In Belfast or in Cork or in London in the Marquee Club in the 1970s, and you heard Rory Gallagher cranking up his Vox and his Rangemaster, and your hair just peeling back, and you know, sweat running off you, it would be an experience you're not going to forget. So I don't see how you could not be influenced by Rory Gallagher as a guitarist, or just as a human, I suppose.
I think the main thing that Rory gave was energy. You know, his energy on stage is unmatched, really, especially at that time, I think. I think that's what made him stand out. And I think, you know, he was playing at a time where, I guess, guitar, especially towards the late 70s and the 80s, like, guitar was maybe taking a different direction, you know, with a lot of equipment coming out, but Rory always kept it simple, you know, and I always respected that, and I think everyone that likes Rory does respect that, you know.
The tone, it was really unforgiving. If he played a note that felt a bit sour, it would come through, and he would reel it back in as best as he could, and it really showed. There was, as I said, honesty. There's a clarity to it, and there's a growl, and it really shows with the Vox. But I think part of that tone is, I think 70% of the tone is here, but the rest of it's here, and he had some magic in his hands, I will say.
Play through stuff like this, and as a guitar player, it's an honour to be able to play through things like this, you know.
Yeah, it's just a very emotional, kind of surreal experience to be here. It's an insanely powerful piece of kit.
His tone really emphasised his guitar playing. There was no colour to it, that his guitar sounded like him.
This is the real thing. It's got that real loud, driving, mid-range sound.
Whether it was not super clean at times or slightly out of tune, it always meant something. There was never an intent, like never a bad intent. It was all for serving the song.
And I think that comes back to the honesty through his playing, that I don't think he ever overthought things, you know. He was really just playing for the instrument, for the people.
I like the immediacy of Rory Gallagher's tone. I like the sort of clangy, bright, attacking edge that he had.
I mean, look at Brian May, right? You know, Brian May based his whole tone off Rory Gallagher, you know what I mean? So, and you hear similarities in their tones, especially on the recordings. You listen to Queen recordings, there's similar tones there. And it's the sound of a loud amp in a room, you know, that's the sound of it, you know, and I think there's, you know, we were playing this earlier and we had it like slightly quieter and it's just not the sound, you know what I mean? You have to turn these things up.
There was a real essence that he loved this amp. You could tell by the amount of wear on it. There was a lot left. It's almost like leaving a handprint in some way when you hear this amp.
It's really touch responsive, and when you turn down your guitar, you get that really chimey, clean sound, which his music is, you know, the band plays around that sound, and the dynamics just makes it so exciting.
There was no messing around when it came to Rory playing. It was plug in the amp and get on with it and go, you know what I mean? And I think that's something that guitar playing is possibly coming back to in the most recent years. And that's a great thing to be a part of, I think, you know, and I think we're in a good time for guitar players at the moment to, you know, Rory's legacy is growing and growing, you know, the more we move on. So I think we're at a really good stage at the moment for, you know, kids to be able to watch stuff like that. And we're so lucky to be able to see all this footage on the internet, you know what I mean? It's incredible, really.
He didn't just play the guitar, he really breathed the guitar. He didn't play it with gloves. He really hit it, and it really kind of showed his blood, sweat and tears. It really shows how much passion he had, and to have that go in an amplifier is really unique. There's something special about this one.
Yeah, well, it'll take me a while to get over this experience, but I'll treasure it forever. And everyone else, this is for you guys. Anyone else who ever loved Rory Gallagher, you know, I wish everybody could have the same opportunity to see this amp. Yep.